Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hey, sorry I haven't been around lately. Kind of just life getting in the way, but I've got a video here for you. So what I've been doing, excuse me, is slip casting. So, oh, just broke a rubber band. So this here, it's a Kimple 1051 ceramic mold. So sometimes if you look around a little bit on them, it'll tell you what they are. This one still doesn't do it. Kimble's mold. But if you look inside of it, it just looks like maybe a vase. Maybe. It's kind of got some ribbed edges on the side. So I'm going to put some clay in that one. And then I've also got this one here. It says 612X here. And on there as well. On there as well. Oh, here we go. And on the back side here, it says Goose Potpourri Base. So, I don't know. We're going to give it a shot on both of these here. I'll show you a little bit what I do. I've got my clay down here in a bucket here. I checked the specific gravity on it, and it's about 1.75. and which is perfect for what I like it at. I do need another rubber band on this side. So you put rubber bands on the sides so they don't open up when you pour clay into them. Because sometimes if they're very heavy, just one rubber band and it will pop through. And as you saw, my rubber bands are old. And I can't get this on here. I bought... the listing that I saw on Marketplace said 100 plus molds. It was a few hours away from me, but there ended up being, I think, 210 molds altogether. So it's not a bad deal. Okay, so I've got this. I'm going to bring it down here real quick, put some clay in there, and I'll be right back. Alright, there's that one. And when you pour it, you want to make sure it's a very consistent pour in there and you don't stop. That one, that's okay. Such a mess. It's fine. It's just clay. Alright, so as you can see on the one on the left, it's already starting to dip down. Because it kind of, that mold will grab some water right out of it. Excuse me. See, it's already getting dry on that side. That's what the clay mold does, and that's a good thing. But, excuse me, you have to make sure you keep filling that up so that it's full. So let me grab a little cup of some clay here. I usually like to check it right away. And see, this one's going down as well. And then I let it go. And I wait, excuse me, about 10-ish minutes. And then I will also add some more to it if I need to. So we'll put those there for now. I do have this other one that I've been cramming them out for. I bought this off eBay. It's like $1. Can't read it too well. It's teddy bear. It's 3 little teddy bears. It's very cute. So when you pour it, you just want to pour it, and you want to pour it consistently in, and you don't want to stop until it's full. Got some chunks. It's alright. little bit more in my coat. It's not the end of the world if you don't fill it in one spot, but it's just very much recommended to do it that way. So I'm very new, so I like to follow the rules, guidelines, whatever. So after you do that, then you notice it's already sinking down here, and here, and here. Alright. Yep, see this one's already going down. Okay, perfect. I will be back in about 10 minutes, and we'll check these all out. Alright, hang tight. Okay, so it's been about 8 minutes. Excuse me. And you can see this one's gone down quite a bit, so we're going to fill that back up. Like that. We're going to top this one off as well. Excuse me. Like that. And then our teddy bears as well. Just like that. Alrighty, perfect. Alright, I will be back in about, we'll let these set for probably another 10 minutes, and then we'll check those after 20 minutes. So I'll be back. Okay, so it's been about another 10 minutes. We're going to take this one. This is my trash pile over here, and we're just going to take this and we're going to put this upside down here and let it just kind of hang out. So that's my my trash. I don't know if that's the right word. That's not the right word. Everything my scraps will go in there, and then I can recycle them. Add some water, distilled water into that, and then reconstitute them, make sure they look good, and then reuse them again. So yeah, so it's kind of just kind of a process. It just kind of keeps going around in circles. But yeah, so these are looking good. You can tell here on this one, it's starting to put an edge on there, and that's what we want on this one as well. But this one looks like it's ready to tip over, just because I don't want it to be too thick, but I want it to be thick enough to be able to hold up. So in that case, I will take, I have about a gazillion measuring cups. Take this one. All my measuring cups are pretty dirty. Yeah, I don't care. Excuse me. I'm going to take this. We're going to dump this out. And that's going to pour into there. So we're going to let that pour in there for a couple of minutes. And then after that's done pouring, we don't want it to dry more up on that side like that. Because if we do it on that side, it's going to get bubbles where it drips down on the bottom of the container. And so we don't want to do that. So we let this drip until we can't see any more dripping. And it's still dripping pretty steadily now. So I'm going to come back in a couple of minutes, and I'll take it off and put it on its side. Anything else drips out is totally fine. Because this is this tile that I have here. It's a 12 by, excuse me, 24 by 24 tile, I do believe. I think that's 12. But it works out really great. And so anything that dries on here, you can just do this. Scoop it up, put it in your recycle pile. So it works out well. Everything like this, and also everything that's stuck on the molds as well will be really easy to come off too, and I can show you that too as well. But yeah, so as I'm talking, it's still kind of drippy, but I'll show you. Yeah, see, it's super drippy, so we'll just let that go for a little bit longer. Yep, we'll let that go for a few more minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay, so it's just been a couple of minutes later. I want to kind of check and see if anything else is dripping out. It doesn't look like it. So it's still very wet, which is fine. Excuse me. We just want to pour it on its side right here. So we're just going to leave it like that. This one is actually looking pretty good. Do you see how it's pretty thick right there? So we can also start to dump this one as well. I need to move you up a little bit. All right, so, and the bigger the molds, of course, see what happened over here. So sometimes if it gets starts to dry on the top, yep, then it gets a hole, or it gets like a flat surface there, and so then it won't drain out. And so that's what I kind of thought was happening, but I thought, no, let's just try it anyway. But that's definitely what happened, and so, which is fine. But we have a little mess to clean up, which is still just fine. So that seems a lot less heavier than what it was before. Excuse me. But yeah, so we have a few things around here a little bit. But yeah, so okay, so now I think we're ready to go ahead and put this on its side. I don't think we'll have that same issue, but we do. Got some area here, no big deal. Okay, so now we can tip this one over. And it should be a lot that comes out. Oops. So that's what we want to see. We'll do it this way. It's heavy. It works better if you make noises, just so you know. Alright. So there we go. And I see it's dripping out pretty heavily. That'll be good. Alright. So we'll let everything kind of rest for probably about another 10 minutes. And then we'll come back, clean some up. We'll see what we can do. Alrighty. Alrighty. See you in about 10 minutes. Alrighty. Excuse me. So it's been about another 10 minutes. So some of this is dried on the board here. And so I'm going to scoop it up like this. See how convenient that is? It's very nice. Just throw it over there. Alright. So now this has been sitting here for 10 minutes. So it should be not drippy. Good. Looks pretty good. So here's my pile of stuff. So we're going to just set this on its side here and let it hang out a bit. So this one has been hanging out a bit. You can go back. Can you see this? Nope. Very simple. Cleans up pretty nicely. But, excuse me. Let me put this one over here instead. But like you can see, this dries on the mold like it's supposed to. But it just dries really nicely, so you're able just to pull it right up. Comes up nicely. It will not dry as well on the rubber band. It's not what the rubber bands are made for, you know. But so they say if it's small, if it can fit in your hand, that's considered as small. So you can let it sit for. You pour it, let it sit there for 15 to 30 minutes. Then after it's poured and you drain it, then it can sit, then you set it for another half an hour, and then it should be ready to demold. So I've got my teddy bears over there. I'm not going to take this out yet. I just wanted to clean up a little bit. Just kind of show you. It's pretty simple. It just comes right off. Okay, so this one's still good. We're just going to keep it on its side though, so we don't form any kind of dimples on the bottom of it. That's a big thing. But here's our teddy bears that we poured. So we're going to take these rubber bands off. And slide that right off like that. Okay. This is an older mold, I can tell, because it's not getting as crisp as I want them to be, which is fine, because I can clean them up. It's not a big deal. But I put a popsicle stick on the end, pops out, take the bottom off, usually try to smooth that off, and then here's my teddy bear. You can see there's some edges here that need to be cleaned up, but I don't want to do it quite yet, because if I do it too soon, I might damage some other details that are on it. So there's the third one, or second one. Slide it up. I set it up, and I try to set them up how they're going to be displayed, so like I can make sure that they'll sit flat later on. All right, and then here's the third one. Pop the bottom off, smooth it out a little bit, and then pop them right here. Yeah, so that's cool. So usually they say after you use a mold once, you let it rest, let it completely dry. If you can feel this mold, it is an older mold, and so you really, sometimes if they're a newer mold, you can do them that same day, but this is an older mold, and I can already tell it's kind of clammy on the bottom, and so this is one that definitely has been put in the clay quite a bit, which is fine. It was only $1 when I purchased it, so, and I've made, probably 30 bears out of it, so got 20 all underglazed and ready to go. Excuse me. I just want to get more for my kiln. So yeah, I'm just cleaning that one up a little bit. Okay, alrighty. So we're gonna wait probably another 10 minutes on here, probably 20 minutes on this one. So yeah. So again, I will be back. Okay, so it's been another like 12 minutes, and so we're gonna see what we got here. So we're gonna move this one over here, and we'll put this bigger one over here. Okay, so excuse me. We'll take off our rubber bands here. And you want to have at least 3-4 rubber bands, depending on them. Like this one, it's kind of lost its elasticity to be pretty strong. These are the newer ones I got. They're very, very tough. And so a lot of the molds that I got had, oops, it's coming apart, had like this on them. So they were out in the weather perhaps, but have a lot of that. I think I need to trim this top. Excuse me. So I have this tool that I got. This one just rounded on this end, and this one's got a little squared edges on this side. I like to do the round one. You don't want to damage your mold at all. And so just want to get this. It'll be easier to come off if you have this. And I don't know how far down to go, just because this is a newer mold that I've never done before. Alright, so that looks nice. Okay, so like that. That's got it. Looks like a sun, huh? That's cute. Do you see on the bottom it kind of sunk in? It's okay. I'm not too terribly worried about it, but I want to see if it's soft. It's not too bad, but I think I'm going to let it sit in there for a little bit longer, just because I don't want it to come out and then lose its form. And when you take this out and put it down, that bottom will fall back down again. So just the weight of the clay, that kind of a thing. But yeah, okay. So that was the potpourri, I think is what it said on the bottom. Yeah, the potpourri goose dish is what it says. And so maybe the lid has a goose on it. I am not going to use a lid on it. I have a different purpose for it. But it could have. I said I wasn't going to take it out. Now I'm taking it out. Sorry. Okay. I'm just going to set it right here. Okay. It's kind of fun, yeah. It's very soft, so I don't want to move it around too much. And this is a very, so this is the after. There's only a little bit of pieces that are stuck in the mold. Excuse me. Just because this is, it doesn't look like it's been poured. Maybe it had been poured, but very little. Usually the ceramic molds, you can have, you know, it's not, you know, I think they say like maybe 50 times you can pour in a mold. And then they just start deteriorating. And so that's kind of where I'm at with my bears. So to keep this from drying too quickly, I'm going to cover it with some plastic wrap, like that. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to wait about 10 minutes, 10 more minutes for this big one. By the way, this is plastic wrap that I got. If you can see, there's a perforation right there. I don't know if you can see that. These I got from the Dollar Tree. So big old wound of that for $1.25. But yeah, alrighty, perfect. Okay, sounds good. I will see you here in about, yeah, let's give it 10 more minutes on the bigger one. Alright, so I'll be back in about 10 minutes and we'll see how she's looking. Alrighty, thank you. Okay, hello, so I'm back. So we've got this last one here. Let me bring her over. See if she's ready to come out. All right. Get this cleaned up a little bit more. Alrighty, let's see if it's ready to come out. I don't know how much trimming I really need to do. I've never poured this mold before, and so I don't know if I need to do a little bit here on the top. It's pretty soft, so I don't know if it's going to be ready. Yeah, it's pretty soft. You see how soft that is? It's not cutting it into strips or whatever. So, we might have to wait longer, and that's okay. Yeah, you see how it's very soft. So, no big deal. We are just going to wait even longer. Sorry, didn't put you in frame. Sorry. Yeah, so it's very, very soft here. When I go to touch it, it's very soft. So we are going to wait. I'm even going to wait like 20 more minutes, so that it can set up a little bit more. And this mold. It's fine being here. So this mold will absorb the water and will help it dry. So you can see down in there. Looks pretty cool. Okay. All right. So 20 more minutes and we'll check it then. So I'll be back. Okay. So we're checking these sides and they're a lot more firm than what they were before. So let's see if we can get this baby out of here. All right. So that's nice. The mold came out very clean. Only got a few little pieces in there. That's good. Alright, and now I know I can trim all the way down to there. Which is nice. Oh, there's got little hearts in there. Can you see the little hearts? Oh, there you go. Now you can see the hearts. Let me see if I can find a knife. I've got this tool. Like that. It's got another, it's a bigger little scooper on that side. There we go. Alrighty, so that looks pretty nice. Oh, almost dropped it. Yeah, looks good. Alright, well, You can always go back and trim things up a little bit, but at least we've got this part. It feels pretty good. I don't really like to put my fingers inside of it. I'm just afraid that it'll make an indent or impression or whatever, and so I usually use popsicle sticks. And so, here we go. So it's got some hearts all over it. You see the hearts? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alrighty, so we're gonna let it sit here as well. We're gonna come back here in a few hours. We'll get it all trimmed up. I just want it to, I don't want it to dry too fast. If I don't have it covered, it won't dry. Or if I have it not covered up, it'll dry too fast. And then when it dries too fast, I don't have time to trim them at all. And so I don't want that to be a thing. And so these three guys, I'm also going to cover up. Like that. Alrighty, perfect. Okay, well that is all the video that I have for today. I will put another video up of me trying to trim these five things up. These up just to kind of show you how I'm going to trim them up, but yeah. Alright, well there we are. Happy Sunday. Thanks for watching and have a great day, everyone. Bye.